Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dell and I appreciate you clicking on the video. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope that you're doing well and your families are doing well. And to all of our mothers, I hope that you had an amazing Mother's Day and that you were celebrated in the most amazing way. I had a nice Mother's Day, by the way. This video is about how, or the secret to enhancing thin eyebrows. So as we get older, or I can speak for me, as I get older, I notice that my eyebrows are thinning. So if I look back at previous pictures or younger pictures, of course they were a little bit more fuller. And believe it or not, sometimes I still have to arch, the hairs when they grow out of line. So what this video is going to show is my secret to how I enhance my thin eyebrows to make them look natural. Like, this is not really an eyebrow tutorial per se. It's just how I enhance my thin eyebrows. So we'll start with a spoolie. There are two things that I can do. One is I could take my spoolie. First of all, we need to make sure that we have nice, clean eyebrows, meaning there are no little stubbles there, because once you start to outline your eyebrows and those stubs are there, or stubble is there, it's not going to draw a nice little line there. So right now they're arched pretty neat. And I have to be careful too, because sometimes I can take the razor. I've said this in a video before, and if I'm not careful, I can end up swiping the whole eyebrow off because they're so thin. I really don't have a lot to, shape up. So one thing that I do is I can take this spoolie, and of course, well, don't look too close because I know it's not that clean. But if once you put your eyebrow or your eyeliner on your eyebrow and you take your spoolie and spread it out, you still have the residue from the eyebrow pencil in this spoolie. So if you still have some in there, you can actually add more in there. Instead of putting it on your eyebrow, you can put it on your spoolie. And I just add a little bit just like that. And then you can take, I'm going to look in this mirror. Now notice it's just a thin line. But once I add this, it's just going to enhance it just a little bit. See? I don't have to worry about a shape or anything. And then if I want to add more, I can add more. I do need this mirror, but I want to make them look as natural as possible. So that is when I just add a little bit. And again, this is not an eyebrow tutorial. This is just to outline my eyebrows as is. Just to add a little bit more volume to it. I did an eyebrow tutorial. I laugh at some of these comments. I get so tickled. I did a short on how I enhance my thin eyebrows. And a young lady said, nice, but eyebrows aren't supposed to be that far apart. And I nicely said, you do what works for you, and I do what works for me. So who's to say that your eyebrows, that's how my eyebrows are. And I'm not going to draw them on. That's not what I do. But anyway, I got tickled. But somebody in the comments, and you know who you are, took care of that. And I appreciate that. And they mentioned that this is a positive, uplifting channel for women. And basically, if you're a teenager or you're not mature enough, don't tune into the video. So you know who you are, subscriber, and I appreciate you. Thank you. I could not have said it more professional. She was very, very nice about it. Very respectful. I could not have said it nicer. So thank you so much. But notice, you see how I didn't do too much to this? And then see how thin that is? I didn't do much at all. Now, if I want to take my spoolie and do this one, I can do that. But I want to show you the other way. Make sure you have a sharp eyebrow pencil. So I'm going to sharpen. This is kind of dull. Now, the first time, remember, I put it on the spoolie. Okay, so this time I'm going to make sure that I have a sharp pencil. And I'm going to take the spoolie that doesn't have anything on it, and I'm just going to brush it out. And I'm going to lightly outline the eyebrow that I already have. And see, I'm starting under the bottom. And this does not take long at all. That's pretty much it. It almost looks like that one. So then I'm going to take the spoolie that does have liner on it, and I'm just going to drag it out. And I could leave it like that, but of course I'm going to clean it up. See? And it's not that much of a difference, but I at least want to have some type of outline to my eyebrows and not be so, my pencil dry and not be so thin. So I'm just outlining that one a little bit more. Now, the other key, let me smooth that out. And it's not much of a difference than my thin eyebrows. It's just that I added a little volume to it. That's all. That's all. The other key to it is if you can get as close to your complexion, your concealer, that helps too. That way you won't have a shadow over your eyelids and under. Let me see. I'm trying to find my skin tone one. I have one that's in Fawn by Pro Conceal. Is it Pro Conceal? Yeah, let me see if I have my other one in here. If not, we're just going to go with the Pro Conceal, which will be okay, but that might take me too long to find. So let's see. I have the, let me just go with that one because I think I found it. Here it is. If I clean out this makeup bin, I'll probably be able to find stuff. So this is a concealer that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's almost it's close enough to my skin tone. I'm going to do one in the skin tone almost, and then I'll do the other in the fawn. It's not that much of, well, it is. This one is lighter, and this is more my skin tone. So I'm going to just put a couple of little dots. Let me take as much as this off because I don't want to make a shadow or so that's all I did was put some dots there. And then I'm going to take my Dollar Tree pen. Let me make a brush. Make sure it's cleaned off. This little flat brush. And then I just take my time and clean up the eyebrow. So yeah, I don't understand how someone can come on your platform and tell you how eyebrows or whatever else. But you have to really be, you know, worried about that stuff. I'm not worried about it. It comes along with being on the internet, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. Okay, so that's that. And as you can see, I tried as hard as I could to get that. So then what I do next is I take a moist beauty blender, and then I blend that, or kind of, you know, make sure that I don't have any type of shadows from the concealer. Okay, and if I have anything that's out here that shouldn't be, straighten that up. Okay, now that one, I don't know the color on here. I don't think it has a color. I've gone over this before, and I could never, let me see. It does say Flawless Finish Full Coverage Concealer. It's by La Mercerie. This is it. But I don't see a shade on there. The only thing that I could tell you is this is the color. And I know I'm not missing the name. It's not on the top, bottom, or the sides. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't telling the untruth that it didn't have a color. So now I'm going to take the next eye and I'm going to put the Pro Conceal in Fawn, which is a little lighter. I think this one blended out really well because it's closer to my skin tone, and this one will too, but I just wanted to show you the difference between the two. All right, so I'm just going to draw just a, and not even all the way under it. I don't want to go into my eyebrow. There we go. So it's not too bad. It's lighter, but I just wanted to show you the difference between the two. And then I'll take my brush and carefully carve it out. Not to make it look like a drawn in eyebrow. See, now see, this is what I'm talking about. See up top here? That's that shadow that I'm talking about. So I want to kind of blend that in really good. I can also take another brush and kind of blend that out. Here we go. Kind of clean that up. Let's see. Yep, it's still leaving a shadow. So I'm going to have to take my beauty blender and make sure I blend that into my skin. I don't want that shadow. We want it to look natural. But if you're wearing makeup, of course, once you put your foundation and everything on, it's going to all blend in. But if you decide that you don't want to wear makeup and you just want your eyebrows to pop, but not, you know, all drawn in like, even though they are drawn in, you don't want them to make, to look like they have just been sculpted in. This is the closest I can get to a nice, simple, enhanced eyebrow for my thin eyebrows. And I think that came out pretty good. And that's all I have for today. So thank you so much for always tuning into my videos. This is my secrets to enhancing my eyebrows that are thin. And I hope that something was done in this video that inspired you. Um, Hopefully it did. But again, thank you so much for watching. Um, just be mindful. I took a spoolie. The first step was to take the spoolie and I put a little bit of eye liner on it, and I spread it out. And then if that's not enough, you take a eyebrow pencil and kind of fill in and then spread it out again with the spoolie. Take your skin tone, preferably concealer, and go under it to clean it up. Take a thin brush and kind of carve it out really nicely. And the last step is to take a moist beauty blender and blend it out so it can blend into your skin. And the second step, or the second way, is that you could just take an eyeliner, a sharpened eyeliner, and or eyebrow pencil, and go over your thin eyebrows within the line and repeat those steps. So I hope this was simple enough for you. Again, thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting my videos. And may the good Lord bless you real good.